are live. Welcome back. Let me check how is the audio. Making the test. Let me check if everything is working good. Okay. Yes. Okay. It's look good. Can you adjust, optimize the light here for the live, but it's okay. You will not see my face longer. So welcome back. Today we change camera is working. Okay. Today we changing our working time. I try in this way to get more people maybe online. It's evening now in the USA instead of early morning. And I hope we can find more people join us in the future. See, I'm very bright. It's just a bit. So today, as I mentioned before, I want to start a new small project from the beginning, from how to slice one resin print, and I will try to paint because, as you know, I'm a terrible painter. But before start to go inside our topic, I want to make just some very fast talking about some news that we released this week. And if you don't know, other companies they start to advertise their own multicolor system. So if first after eSUN with the V400 and after the Bamboo with the X1C and P1 series, all the other companies they start to use Clipper for making the fast printer, such as Reality with the K1 Max. Prusa they released the input shaper and Marley the input shaper on their printer, so go fast with MK4. And the Cubic with the series Cover 2 Max Plus and Neo. The LA with the Neptune, I think is the new Neptune 4 series. They all push on the speed. Now is start for the company to follow the trend and make everything with a multicolor. So the first one to make this project, it was the Frozen. Here, let me see. Here. The Frozen that he made his project with Frozen Arco that actually is still on work in progress. Wrong. This one was the first printer that announced with their own multicolor system, different from the Prusa, because Prusa used this multicolor with the multi-head, so it's a different way. For sure, is more reliable and more good, if we can say, way to make multicolor, because every head is for one single color or one single material, so you don't have all the problem of the purging line, wasting material, and the waiting time for all the filament to go through the PTF tube in and out every time. So that one is for sure the faster and the better version for making the multicolor for now, but it's also more expensive because the multicolor system with the XL we reach almost 2,000 few hundred yen for 2,500 euro for one head, if I remember right, and few $100 for each other head. So if you reach four color, is around 3,000 something maybe. I don't want to say something wrong. So yeah, it's very good, but it's very expensive. So the other company they start to make their own version of AMS. The first one it was the Arco, and if you remember, I was a tester from the Arco here, and I test personally with a beta unit. Here I made some model that the Rosen provided to me. This is still beta version that I printed 1 month ago, almost 2 months ago, and it was already very good. But the problem is the third line and all the wasted material that the system has for now. They are optimizing. They are making already very good progress. Last month, few weeks ago, I went to their office to make an interview to their CEO and to their marketing manager to check how is going the progress. They show me a very promising upgrade. the nozzle scraper for reduce the filament purge. The purge tower is already much less than before and are still optimizing the system. So this one was the first company that started to make their own printer and their own AMS. After that one, yesterday, I read this one from Ncubic. Big change where every layer is a rainbow. So for what we can see, also the Ncubic is releasing a new multicolor. This looks very similar to the MS and the chroma kit of the bamboo and frozen, honestly. And here we have something with a number 3 that I don't know if it's regarding which slot is using. This one I think is a printer because this one is looks like a head, extruded head. And according for the positioning, I think is a correction. But it's a weird position of this one, so we don't know if it's a correxi, if it's a Betzlinger, if it's a Delta, if it's something totally different. We will see in the future. I doubt that it will be a correxi because when I went to the Anycubic Academy last year, summer, they say that they are not intention to make any correxi because it's more expensive printer and is less simple for the user to reach for assembly for fixing the part. Betzlinger is more simple way for the people to enter in this hobby, but maybe the thing change. Also, Bamboo, remember, they say never more Betzlinger, and there is the A1 series, mini and normal. So we don't know. And also Creality. I found this Reddit of a few months ago that say asking if there is one planning for the K1 AMS unit. They say yes, we are working on it. And someone just pick some picture on the slicer. Then they show the 1K2 probably, and it was writing something like multicolor. So probably also Creality soon, I will expect to have some update about their multicolor system. And I presume also, so Elegoo soon it will release something for follow the trend. So I'm not a big fan of multicolor because what I'm printing normally is different from the other. Big cosplay, helmet, everything that he need to, how to say, sending and printing. So for me, it's not a very good solution. It's nice to try the double material, maybe PLA and PTG. So I have the PLA for printing the helmet or whatever it is with support, and the PTG just for the interface support. So just have a minimum color change or filament changing. But in this way, when I print something, the PTG will not stick well to the PLA. It will make more easy to remove the support. And technically, it should also make more nice smooth surface because you don't have the plastic that is melted together. So for sure, it's something that I will try with the Frozen Arco when I will get my review unit in the future. And yeah, for me, only that one is a good reason for having multicolor. I'm not a big fan to print something like this one. Maybe just some toys, some for my son, but with one head only, making something like this is wasting so much material. Every printer, Frozen, Creality, Alegu, Bamboo, they all have the same issue because it's not their problem. It's just that if you use only one head, you need to purge every time the line for making very clean and nice surface. So for this one, you need to purge out a lot of material. Is the limit of the system with one head. It's not their problem. It's working like this one. And making like this one that instead of 100 grams, you waste 200 grams, unless you don't have a profit, it's not suitable for me. But for sure, I will print something funny for my son for a toy. Anyway, how about today? Today, I will start to show how to print this kind of model. Not only this one, but the whole set. This one is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles action figures from LA Figures. Is a set that I print almost a few months ago, long time ago, honestly. I never painted, but luckily this time I didn't make the usual mistake. All the parts, they are not glued. They are just in positioning. See? So this time I can paint together in the live with you, and I will try to paint at least. Here I already start to primer Donatello because I was thinking to start to paint today with you. By the end, I decided that because I need to show how to slice the file, how to prepare, it will take a little bit longer. So this one, it will be the topic of next week. So in the meantime, I keep advanced and I spray all the parts of Donatello using this nice tool for keeping in positioning. I use a primer spray. I don't use the airbrush, and I will paint not with the airbrush because it's not convenient to use here in the live for the sound. I will use the brush, so it becomes even more difficult for me, but I will try. Where you can find this model, very important. Here, this one is the online shop of LA Figures. And here you can see you can find all the single model that you can purchase. This one is what already print and painted last time. These one are the 4 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Unfortunately, don't become a diorama. They're all 4 singles, plus this one, plus all the other one. So I'm a little bit of regrets because it would be nice it can be a diorama. Unfortunately, is not this the situation. Another one that he make a very cool, but I didn't prepare the picture today, is CAD 3D, I think he's calling, that he made a very, very nice, let me see if I can find one moment. He make a very, very nice diorama of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that I love. I was thinking to buy also that one and print it, but I was not able to finish today to print anything. So I decided to stop one moment. But maybe for in the future I will make also because it's very, very nice diorama. I'm trying to see if I can find a picture from the official side. I don't remember exactly who is the name of the maker. I think it's Cat 3D because I saw last time. I say I need to buy this one for sure because it's so cool, and I never heard about this maker. I just print one files one time ago and it was pretty good, honestly. But I never made anything. So look, I just found one picture, but it's not from his patron. I cannot find his patron. I don't know why. Maybe he used another name. Let me see if I can find like this one. Find the creator. Because if I like, I will also start to following and you know print his models because yes, I found it here. Let me share to you. I already follow many patrons. It will be one more. Doesn't matter. Here one is the CA 3D Studios. You have the VIP from $15 to $20. Later we'll check everything. This one is the diorama. As you can see, it became a very big diorama. All the 4 Ninja Turtles together in position. And honestly, it looks very cool. Yeah. So maybe I will join this Patreon and check next time. But many times I want to ask you, maybe if maybe someone of you knows and they can give me the answer. Many times I saw the Ninja Turtles coloring Donatello is always gray. This green is totally different from this other one. But is like this one is some fanatic art that they change or is like this? I don't remember. It was that kind of color, honestly. So anyway, today he released a lot of files in 1 month, honestly. Let me check. 8 files. Goku, Chani. I think it's this one. Death, Darksider, Sylvana, Warcraft, Retro Pin-Up Astronaut, How to Train Your Dragon, Morrigan, and Evil Queen. Honestly, this looks very good. I think I will start to follow also his pattern. Yeah, his model looks very, very cool. Yeah, I think I will join. Later, I will check his pattern. Anyway, let's come back to the topic of today with ally figures. And guys, really, let me know in the comments if you'd like to show me how to print something like that. I will join his Patreon and I will download the model of Ninja Turtles and try to make live with you. So today, let's start with our topic and we will see next week if we can change or not. So first one, I'm using Box Pro because I told you last time I have the Pro version because the benefit that they gave this slicer is amazing, and for me that I'm printing a lot of models, it's very, very important. Oh, one important thing before I forgot. I almost forgot, guys. Sorry. I finished this one that we started in the live last time. Toy Maker 3D. This is the big Godzilla, and it's fantastic. Really, let me remove 1 second the blur. Don't fall down. Sorry, the mess on the back. It's very big and heavy. I also make a funny video that you can find on my Instagram and on my own eSUN YouTube channel. So if you want, you can watch there. And I use this excuse for remember to join me on my social. You find the link here in the description, my Instagram, and that's all. I just use Instagram. I'm not very a social man. I don't have too much time. And of course, you can and you have. Please follow the eSUN YouTube channel, subscribe, activate the bell. It's free. It doesn't cost anything to you, but it's a great support for the channel. Also for my Instagram. So please remember subscribe to my Instagram. There I will post almost every day something that I'm making, something that I want to make in the future, some new project. So if you like what I'm doing, please subscribe. For you, it take like 2 seconds, but for me, it's a great, great help. So I was saying this one is the Box Pro version. I'm using the beta version because the beta version is the only one that for now provide the settings for the new Sony Mega 8KS. It's not really new. They released already a few months ago. And if you saw the tour that I made in the Frozen, I went to visit the factory. They showed me so many big Frozen Mega 8KS. And I really, really falling in love with the printer. It's so big, so good that I really want to use it. So I was talking to the Frozen department if there is any chance to have one for making a review and try to show to all of you. And I got one email 2 days ago from them that say, Silver, congratulations. We are sending to you a kit of Frozen Mega 8KS, Mega Wash, and Mega Cure Station, and a few 8K resin for you for making a review and test. So, yay! I got the new Mega 8KS kit. I'm so happy. I'm already starting to prepare something very big to print with that one because for sure you can print something smaller like this one. But, and I will explain on the review, if you need to print something super detailed, smaller, it's better use smaller resin printer, not something so big. Unless you don't need to print something with a mass production. So if you need to put one Ninja Turtle on my Mega to show to you, if I need to put one of this one on my Frozen Mighty 8K, on the Mega 8K, I can print maybe 3 turtles in one time if I split better the files. So really, really, you have so big, huge, massive, big build plate. But what I will try to print is something about cosplay. I will try to make something bigger, maybe a full sword, I don't know, maybe even a helmet if I find a way to cut and join the part. So remember, follow me. I will bring for sure a review and a lot of content about this new racing print. Anyway, how is working Box Pro on the top? Here we have the common action for beginning, new project, open project, save project, merge, selection, section export, and add a new printer. But this one I already mentioned in an old video about the box, how it's working, including the preparing, repairing, the output in order. This is the part that I love because the first one, you need to import the file. Second, you need to prepare. So usually is hollowing, cut if you need, and make the holes. Repairing, this one maybe I prefer to put before because it's the first thing to put. After you repairing, after you preparing, you put the support. After the support, you analyze if there is some error or some parts that are merged together. And after you can slice. So it's all in order. So first one, open. This one is Leonardo. Here I have already the pre-supported file with my project, but from today we start from the very beginning. So first one, let's start with the arm, with the body and with the arms. I select all the files that I need usually. Select open, sorry from the Italian, and here we have all the files. Now, as you can see, this one I left on purpose. Some files has some problem. It says she to box the pro version here, identify immediately and ask if you want to repair it. Normally, I don't repair with sheet box quality slicer, not because they are not good, but because I found that the 3D builder works better. So here you can see which files are broken. Is the leg left, leg right, mask band, and sword shape. So if I open the files, Leonardo, let's see, if I open leg left, for example, leg left here with the 3D builder, you will see now it gives me some error after importing. Sure, yes. Here it will try to fix it immediately. I found that this way it took a little bit longer because you need to open a single file, slide open, preparing, and save again. But it works better. See, it's not very long after you just save. And now if I go back here, select the left leg, here this one is the left leg. And if I delete and import again the left leg, no more error. The other files just repairing now like this one, it's okay. So let's select all the files, click repair. So you identify what's the problem, detect. If we find where are the simple problems on the geometry, maybe it can happen that some pixel, no pixel, some, I'm not about alert, I don't know how to call, some part has some small issue. Maybe it's not even a problem, you can directly print it, but it's always better check the files. That's why with the resin print, it's more easy because it's easy to detect. With the FDM, every time I open every single file, because usually Orca Slicer can have some fake identification and doesn't find some error. So the basic repairing. Now we'll check and repairing all the files if he found there is some problem. Click to start again and ask you want to keep both. It means that you duplicate the file and you have repaired and not repaired, or repaired only. You can select repaired only. And now your files are ready. Should not be any problem anymore. If now you close the program and you open, the file that you repaired are not repaired anymore. You need to repair in the other way that I showed you before. After you saving, the file is always fixing, so even in the future you can continue to use. So what is important as the beginning? To hollow the files that they need to be hollowed. Hollowed, if you remember, it means that you need to make the file empty. Now, if you select the file, you see it's full. It means that all inside this part, it will be full of resin cured. What does it mean? The first one, the file will be more heavy. More heavy is meaning that has more chance when you are printing that it can fail from support, fail down. And for avoid this one, you need to use thicker support or heavier support that will left more mark. Second one, it will consume much more resin. Let me try it if I can make one simple example. Let me try to remove all except the body. Issue to you. Now, now I don't orient it, I don't put any support, nothing, doesn't matter, just put like this one. I'm using the eSUN gray basic resin. If I slice this one, it will consume 125 millimeter of resin because it's full of resin inside. The time for printing, it doesn't change because the resin print is pure every layer in the same moment. So if the layer is empty or hollow, it doesn't change the time, it changes only the quantity of material that we are wasting. 125 milliliter, 137 grams of weight. If I hollow the model, see now inside it will be totally empty. If I slide now, it becomes only 15 grams, so a third. And look how much resin we save, 45 milliliter. A quarter almost, I don't remember, because inside is empty. So we don't need to waste all this resin. So the first thing to do is to hollow the model. Of course, you cannot hollow everything. For example, something so smaller like this one, you cannot hollow because you don't have enough space for making. If you go to select this one, the sword, and go to hollow, here the first value that you have is wall thickness, is how thick is the wall. If it's too thick, too big, you can don't have space for making empty inside. If it's too thin, the wall is too fragile and it will break it and you cannot print, it will give you error. So even this one is the usual standard value that we use when we are hollowing. If I hollow this one, now it's only work on this one, the other one doesn't count. You will see, it's remaining only here on this point, it will hollow a little bit and it will close immediately under, so it's not working. So in this case, it's useless to make hollowing. Where we can make hollowing in something like big, like for example the legs, maybe also the arms, but we need to check. And I will explain this one later. Now I remove everything from the build plate because I need to work clear. And start to work with the first part. So first one, here on the beginning, is the orientation. The program has some automatic orientation that you can try, but guys, 99% of the time is not working. You can press many times, every time you change a little bit. It's not very good. This one is almost acceptable, but it's better oriented manually. What you need to remember is that where is the support and which one is the surface that you want to be clean. And different from the FDM, less part touch the build plate on the resin printer, better is the situation. In this case, what is important for me is the face. The face, it has to be as clean as I want. So for sure, something like this one, it will be very bad because all the support, they will touch the hand, touch the face, it will ruin it, is not suitable solution. Something like this, you will make too much large flat surface printing, is easy to get some problem. So it's better put straight. So the layer that is curing every time is less, so it's less stress for the build plate. In this case, most of the support, they will go here, here, and here. That is the part that after we connect with other miniatures, other part, so it's easy to remove. We'll have something smaller under the chin probably, but we can just orient it a little bit, tilt on the back like this one. So we'll have less support on the face, a little bit more support on the shell here, but this one is already very rough. So even if you left already has some holes from the texture, so even if you left some small support scar, it will be less noticeable. Sorry. So after we oriented our model, we start to hollow. Wall thickness is always 2.5. Make thinner is a risk to break it. Make more thick, it doesn't bring any benefit. Infill is like the infill from the resin printer. You can add infill density if the file is so big and it is risking to create some suction inside. You can keep the infill. In this case, it's not a very big model, so it's standard. So you can just removing, applying, and as we saw before, now it will hollowing that model. Now that we hollow the model, we need to make the first big important decision where we put the holes. Why the holes? Because when we are printing this one, first one, if it's open when it's printing the bed like this one, if it makes like I don't know the English name of the ventosa, when it's make the suction force that is thick like this one and will not release. If you have some hole, you will have some part that it doesn't connect well and have to be stuck easily the print from the fab, and it will allow to don't remaining connect on the fab. And this one is very important. Second, if you don't keep one and more holes, when you print this one, inside here will be full of resin. This means that when he finish to print the last part here, all the resin remaining trapped inside. We have full of resin. That first one, it will wasting the resin. It become more heavy, but more important, if the resin inside is not cured after a long time, not after few times, few days, probably weeks, it will start to expand a little bit. It will crack your miniature. It will explode totally, make some holes, and all the resin it will pour outside, destroy your miniature. So for this reason, we need to make some hole for help the resin to flow out. We have this option, dig hole. Here we can select some value. The important usually is this one, is how large is the hole, as you can see here in the preview. According to your model, normally 3 for a normal model is enough. And how deep you need to go inside the normally 6 is more than enough. Where you put the hole? For sure you don't put a hole here because, hey, you make a hole on the nose, it's ugly. Of course, you can cover after, but we need to try to put the hole in a place that you don't see. So usually, again, we go under. Where is this connection? Here we can put a hole. This one here, we have a lot of space, so I can make something bigger, maybe even 5. Bigger is the hole, more resin, it will flow out easily, and it will work better. Some hole I can make also here, a little bit smaller. More hole you make, more resin can flow out, and less suction force it will create. I can also put here some hole if I want. Sometimes you can see it doesn't make the hole because if there is some problem, probably it will touch some part inside that it should not be able to be hollowed. So you can adjust some settings to avoid this one, or just change position. Pay attention if you make too longer, like 15. If you make a hole here, look what happened. You pass from side to side sometimes. This one is not longer enough to pass, but if you make like this one, maybe you will pass. Sometimes the software is smart and prevent to go until the other side. Sometimes I found I make the hole and he passed through the other side and left some big hole even outside. like this one, oh, you have a hole the other side. So you need to pay attention to check when you make the hole that is not too deep and doesn't pass through the models. Also here we can put some hole. This one, let me see if I can make. Let's make it smaller. This one probably is too short, it cannot pass through. Yeah, it's too short, this pin. 20 should be longer enough. We touch some part inside, I find a point that he prevent to make the hole. I found a good angle. Now you see, he also the arm has his point. Let's put also here. Sometimes when it's not working because he touched some inside the wall that he said, hey, it's better don't make it here. So trust him, don't insist, find another position. And like this, it's okay. I can put also one here. Remember, more holes you put, smarter, better it is. Because you have more resin flow out. You can put also one here like this one because you will not see easily. If you want, you can still cover and have also the resin to flow out from there. But normally all these holes here are more than enough. One important thing that I didn't mention that if you want, you can activate this option, keep hole. If you keep hole, look what he did. If I make one hole here, for example, here it gives me the plug. The plug is the part that I removed to cover here. So if you print this part, actually you can just put back here and cover it. It's more simple if you just use some putty cream or something to cover. So every time I disconnect this one. After we oriented our model and put the let the resin drain out, we can double check that there is no part that it will be remaining with the resin inside. As you can see, this part here has all the float from up, so nothing remaining close. Okay. If some part here will close and open again under, here we need to have some resin that it doesn't have a way to go outside. In that case, we need to provide another hole to go outside. For example, here, if I didn't make this hole, here you have the connection point, yes, you can go outside. Okay, it looks good. Now, supports, the part that everybody hates because it's very difficult to understand how it's working. Different from FDM that grow from down to up, you need to consider this one up and down. It prints like this one. So all the stuff that are suspended in the air like this one, they need to connect on the build plate with the supports. We have basic version of support, three kind of support, heavy, middle, and light. Here you have a picture that will show how is all the settings for the heavy, middle, and light. The most important part that you should check normally is this value here. How deep is going inside the model. If you can see the big one, the heavy one, go very inside because it's the stronger, it's very large. You need to hold the miniature very light, very strong. The light support, it goes inside very little, just 0.3, and it's very small. So this one, it will left less mark, less scar on the mirror. It will be much more easy to remove, but it's more light. So something big, something heavy, probably, or you put a lot of support, or it will not enough strong to hold and will fall down. And here we have the support is in three parts. Top, that is the part here, middle, that is this selection here, and bottom, that is selection here. There are tons of tutorial online how to make the support. Everyone has his own way to make the support. Usually, I left standard works pretty good. The only thing that I change every time is the raft. From node, I put always skate. I found is works very good for me. And the connection, also I left cone here. I left usually everything standard because I found that this works pretty good for me. So until it's working good, doesn't matter. Here we have some other options that is really a lot. Don't worry, really keep like this one, it will work good. The important part is this one, the Z lift height. This one we want all the model stay far away from the bed, around 5 millimeter, because the first layer that we are printing is always overexposed. It will stay longer because we need to be sure that it doesn't fall down from the bed. So we don't want anything that is important on that part. So for this one, we raise up the model and make only the support will be there. So when I select light, medium, and heavy, if I need to select make something smaller, like this part here, I can use light support. When I make something like this one, I can use maybe the medium support on this arm and light support on the blade. The blade is more thin. I don't want to ruin anything. And this one also is pretty light, honestly. I can just put probably the light support. When I print something like this, I prefer use some middle support, especially on the part that we don't see here, because you need to hold good. And always put also one or two heavy support, or just one or two manually on the beginning on the model that you will not see, like here, probably here and here. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. This part here that I don't care if it left some scar, I will send it and remove it, but it's the stronger support, and I'm sure that this support it will hold in position all the model. So first one, we select light support, and you can see here we already have our skirt, is the raft. Select none, it is not having anything. Cross grid, you will make this one flat on the surface. And this one is good if you have a build plate that has also the hole, so it can help the resin to fall down on the bed. Hexagonal, the same like the other one. This one I don't remember, bottom connection. I use a skate because it's make a full craft. So for me, it's meaning that it's more strong connection. But more important, yes, this part here that is a little bit tilt, so I can easily put the spotlight side, use as a lever, and release and remove the support easily. And also we want to be sure that all the supports are inside here. If some support go outside, you can have some failure. So I select light support, be sure that a raft is selected skate. Here I go to support, here we add, we remove, or we edit. Platform, we put all the support on the platform or everywhere. I just select platform. As you can see, Cheetobox Bro make his magic and he put all the supports where he think is necessary. Here I saw already one support go outside. So we have two options. One is click edit support here. And now if I select this part, I'm able to move a little bit. I can try to put inside. But you need to be sure that when you are moving the support, it will not touch part of the model or it will stick the model. And this looks okay. Another option that you have is to increase the raft, but more raft, bigger is the raft, more space you will take the model. So after I check this one, I need to be sure that there will be not floating island. Floating island is meaning any point that the model start to print without having support on the beginning. Otherwise, it will fail. As you can see here, there is no support on the face. Good. For example, this support here is failed to put. It was just two pins that doesn't bring anything. You will almost fail that one. I put a little bit more. If you can see, the red area is the area that is more heavy, and it will change. Light support is meaning that for support this part you need to put a lot of supports. Middle and heavy, it will necessary to put less if you remake the support manually. What is very good on G2Box Pro is this part here, detection accuracy. You will make a double check and see if it found any place that is not supported, and it will show to you. You can select the accuracy of this one. Normally middle for the normal files is more than enough. And if we found some island, some place that is not supporting well, it will show to you. We find a lot. Sometimes it's not very necessary. Sometimes it can be good. For example, this one is not necessary, but because it's connected to the skin. But the software for the middle accuracy, you will find it. How to find all this spot? Here we show you 0 on 43. You select here, and it will show. It will bring you in the area that you find there is a spot. For making more easy, you can apply the support view here, so it's more easy. All the red part here is something that is missing the support. So you can just, first one, very fast, see where is the red point, and you can add the support memory. If you miss something, don't worry, because after the software it will show you. Slowly I put here, it will decrease the number. All this surface here, it's very difficult for the software to understand if it's a really support missing or not. Normally is not, but sometimes it can be true. For example, this one is a little bit sharp on the air, so probably that one is necessary to make it. Some other part, it will be connect each other, so it's not necessary. So anyway, a light support, it doesn't prune the texture. You can just add, is not a big problem, but probably for sure, this one is not necessary to put it, but at least I show how to work the automated support. After you put on the first part, you don't see anyone more. Yes, one here. You press here, you rotate and bring in another place that is missing the support, and go on until you don't find all the spot. Sometimes you bring in one area you cannot find, it means that or is inside, or you need to tilt a little bit the model. For example, here, easy here, hiding under this support. I repeat, probably all this support is not really necessary, but I'm show you the process, how to make it. You see, you need to orient it a little bit to find the way. It doesn't take longer, but it's better make it, because after, if you have one area that is not supported, it's not like the FDM that maybe he make a good bridging, he can keep it. Look, this one is inside, and because inside I prefer to put middle support that is stronger. Anyway, he's inside, we don't see. Say it's not like the FDM that maybe make a bridge of failing a support, it will grow a little bit later and you can still print the resin. If we're missing the support, it will not print at all that part. After we print all, I will add the heavy support as I mentioned before. I will put one here, for example, two here, in the place that it doesn't matter if we left some mark, because we will not see, but it give me the strength enough to support the model. You see the difference from the big support to the light support is huge. But this one, it will keep all this model for sure well secured on the bed. After we make this, we are ready to start with this word. So let's check if this word we can make hollow. The first one, let's find a good orientation. Let's see what the model suggests. This one is not very bad. It can be a solution. Like this one, mine. with the sword 45 degrees because it will give more chance to have a straight sword. But also that this one can be good enough. But let's try in his way. First one, we hollow, we remove keep the cavity. This word, the sword, as you can see, it doesn't be hollow because it's not space enough. Where do we have the holes? We have on the end and this tricky part here. See this finger here has this hole, and this one is the hole under the model. Okay, is this one is not the model instead. So we need to find a way to put a hole here because you see, open and close. You finish here, and you reach here. So here we need to put some hole. Okay. In this way, all the resin that is going to have here, it can go outside. Here we start to have the resin liquid, the liquid create, go, and go outside from there. This one, we don't have any hole, so we don't need to make it. So yes, we can hold the hand, just put the hole here. We put more hole just to help the resin to flow outside. Yes. Look here, I make too long and he surpass the model, probably also here. Yes, here on the arm, see this one. Always need to pay attention when you make the holes to don't make too long and don't pass through the arms. Still, there I cannot put because maybe I need to put 3 because the cavity is 2.5. It's not long enough to pass. The computer says you cannot put there because if you put there, the distance is too short, and if I put longer, it will go over and surpass the file. So we just keep like this one. Now we put our support and light this one. We already have our interface platform, and we have our support. This word is not support at all. I prefer to put it just to be sure that it's straight and doesn't vibrate. It's not really necessary, but I prefer to have something more straight. I don't like the support when it goes like this one, so it's too fragile, it's easy to break it, so I can put some other support on the support or make like this web or give more strength on the support and less chance that they will break it for the every time we move up and down. It's very long, it's very thin, it can be break it. So like this one, they make stress together. This one I can directly remove because it's very bad. It's not support. And remove because it's less. Here you can see the support a little bit far away. What I can do is increase a little bit the raft. So now the support are inside. Now let's check our supports. 11 points. Where are these points? Always on this texture. This kind of texture is very annoying when you're printing. It always can give you some fake contact or sometimes real one, but you never know which one is good one. You need to check manually like this one to want to see if it's good or not. Or see, see now here is growing something, but we have the support. Here we have something and it's growing with the support, so it's okay. If you see some parts that start to build in the air without the support, you can put. I think nothing is necessary, but one support light here and there more, it doesn't create any problem. The cost of the resin will be minimum, so, and for sure it's better make one support small like this one more than failing and print everything again. And here, honestly, I don't even put one heavy support because I don't have very good place for height, and this part is very light, so it's not really necessary. Just put medium support there. Check everything is still inside the build plate, and we are not. So the raft I need to put bigger. Okay, now everything is inside the raft, and we are ready to go. The last hint that I will give to you today for finish the live, it's when you rent it the model, when you put the model in the build plate, try to put more symmetric. If you put something heavy on the left, put something heavy on the right. If you put all the heavy part here and here, just few lights, the build plate can deform a little bit. So try to put always the bigger part heavier in the center, other heavier part on the side, and the other in the middle to connect, so it has the same heavy and is balanced. And second one, when you connect this part, I always try to put the raft of this model that they touch together, like this one, for example, even one over the other one. It doesn't matter for the printer, it will print good enough. Try to avoid to touch the support, or that one can create some problem. But in this way, you can see these two parts, they are connected. So when I'm printing here, except the first part, after it will start to touch and glue it together. This one, it will make stronger connection between the two parts. So if for any reason this small part is too heavy and it cannot hold, it get more strength from here and it will not fall down. So always, every time you can, put the rough that are matched together like this one, so you have less chance that fall down. Just pay attention when you put, don't make something like this one, that the print, it will touch this one and after they will melt together. In the analyze, you can use collision detection and separate automatically the model. So always remember to check this one, because if you made mistake when you have a full bed like this one, maybe it's difficult to see. So always make something, even if sometimes you give me some fake information, because say it's too close, I want to spread a little bit more. You can just double check. But it's better be sure, because believe me, many times it happen that I put too sticky and some part they merge together, and I waste all the file. So now we are back here. So guys, that was the first part, how to print a resin model. I hope you enjoy, you like it, and really let me know if you want to see the other model of the action figure of the CAD 3D prints. I like very much that one because it becomes a big diorama. It's what I like more. So let me write here in the comments if you like it. If you want me to purchase that one, I will check his Patreon and see if it's worth to follow. I think yes, because he has very good model. The problem that already follow so many models, LA figures, Sanix, before I follow also the Wicked, and now I move it because really too many. Nico, Joao, Yosh, Mystery Makers, have so many patrons that maybe I need to start to remove something because it start to accumulate a lot of money every month. But this one I will definitely check it. So guys, thank you for watching me. If you like, remember to write anything in the comments, follow me on my Instagram, follow eSUN YouTube channel, activate the bell